do you have any other special skills, any specially acquired skills, or any other thing you are into apart from Danish girls?
I do actually. I'm a registered nurse by profession, by training, and did general nursing for some years, but specifically I'm a psychiatric nurse.
Okay.
So when you talk about schizophrenia, you talk about bipolar, you talk about depression, suicidal ideations. That is my field. I worked with those group of patients for many years, and that is my background. And even though I'm in fashion now, when the opportunity comes up, if there's opportunities for education and stuff like that, I'll be more than happy to step in and to help with what I know.
Amazing.
Thank
You
you.
are all of these things that you said, most of which I can't even I can't even begin to call, and the misomania and the many other things, and the suicidal psychiatric. Oh, that's amazing. Maybe next time on What Forget About You, we should have you just on that aspect of your life to talk more about that, because that's a whole lot. All right, and we'll be taking a break in a couple of seconds, but we already have some messages coming in, and you would have to now interact with our audience because I like to find out some things. This message is from Bechem Bisong. He said, "I am a fan of the show and a fan of Danish Girls Outlet Designs.
Okay, great.
This is amazing. Everyone should get a piece of their baby girls. I love your work and the clothes are awesome. I want to know if you are going to open more stores around the country."
Eventually, that is a long-term goal. At this point, we're working on a sales magazine, and that should be out, we think, in maybe January, February, by God's grace. And the purpose of the sales magazine is to be able to reach other markets that are out from Boya, apart from Boya, send some magazines to Limbe, Kumba, Yaoundé, Douala, and Bamenda, other towns, Manfe, and we have correspondents out there. And when you look through the magazine, it's exactly what we have in stock, except the supplies run out, the stock runs out. But once you see the sales magazine, then you're able to place your order and we'll be able to deliver in 2 to 3 days max. Wow. So that's the project that we have in line right now, to be able to reach out to other people out of Boya.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you.
And the question of many other outlets, that's actually from Pastor Cynthia from Muya. Okay. So yeah, and now this other quiz, there's this other interaction. Say, "I love this show. Wow, thank you. It's always very inspiring. I love the host and co-host. Wow." Now I don't know whether this is a man or a woman, but thank you for loving me. The host and then the co-host. So I came first. And
of course, we love you too.
I love you most. Okay, now there's this question for you, Ma. Are you a Cameroonian? This beautiful viewer wants to find out if you are a Cameroonian.
Yes, I am a Cameroonian. Always will be a Cameroonian.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, through the Cameroonian, from which part of Cameroon? Maybe.
I'm from Manfe, and specifically from Mushroom City.
Mushroom City.
It's actually a village, but I love it. It's
No, with
home.
people like you, it's no more. It's a village. It's a city. Oh,
Thank
boy,
you.
that's awesome.
God has a special place in my life. And I usually sit sometimes and I just sing and I'm like, "You are my everything." And when I say that, it's coming from the bottom of my heart. Okay. Because even special place of God in my business, even before he has a place in my business, he has a place in my life.
Very
And it's been years of working with him. Sometimes we high, sometimes we low, but even so, he doesn't abandon.
Wow.
And with that being said, I know that we're talking about fashion. I know that we're here for Danish girls, but I think it will be a major disservice for me to come on this show and go back without telling you who I really am.
Wow.
I know that I am called Mrs. Tambe, today CEO of Danish Girls, but also I am that child who grew up without a mother, My mother had traveled for further studies when I was 4 years old, so I really did not grow with her. I am that child who used to go to school, secondary school, and I would walk in the most stylish way, and my friends would be cheering me and some schoolmates. What they didn't know was I had pins in my sandals, and some steps I took, it would be eaten into my heel. I am that child who grew up, and I was a teenage mother.
Wow.
And I did not have food to eat with my child. Several times he had to drink pap with no sugar in it because I didn't have 10 francs to buy sugar. And he'll be crying and I'll be crying. I am that grown-up lady who went to the university and dated 2, 3 men at a time, sometimes for money, sometimes for the fun of it, because I saw that people doing it, and some of them were as old as my uncles. I am that lady that have applied for house help job, begging to be paid 10,000 francs, and I was turned down because I was a mother. I applied to sell at an off license for 10,000 francs. I was turned down.
Wow.
I am that lady who got a second pregnancy, and I was not married. So 2 children, unmarried, and I know many women would be like, oh, then I would never get married.
Yeah, yeah.
I am married and very happily married.
Wow.
I am that lady who have dated men and they look into your face and they tell you that you're girlfriend material, I'll never get married to you, and you still run behind them. Why do I say this? Because I know that some viewers where you're sitting right now, you're watching at the screen, but you're really not seeing it. Maybe you are so hungry and your stomach is growling. Maybe you're just coming up from an abusive relationship and they have turned your personality, your insides out. Maybe you're going through difficulties. When I went to December and I did hotelery. The year I wrote the BTS, I was 3rd national for hotelery.
Wow.
I could not get a job. Maybe you are in those shoes right now. You came out, you were good at what you knew how to do, but you don't have any godfather or godmother to place you. I don't know the difficulties you're going through at this time. What I want to tell you is that there is a God that has all interest in you. He takes you from nothing and he places you in a place. So many people had given up when I got pregnant the first time, and then the second time they were like, really? She confirmed it. But I want to tell you, they are not your God. Wherever you are, call on your God. Talk to him. Open your heart up to him. My phone number would be provided for Danish girls, thank God. But if you have any need for spiritual counseling and encouragement, please don't hesitate. If I cannot do it, I will refer you to somebody who can help you. We have a God. And I'm sitting here today because of that God, because he took me from nothing. And that child who did not have sugar in his pap is in the US now, shining like a star.
Wow.
And that is the future that God has for us. We cannot do it without him. So I beg of you, take this advice, open your heart up to Christ, and he will make every difference that no man can make.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
My goodness.
Wow, wow, wow. You heard that. Whatever situation you feel, whatever situation you find yourself in, if you're feeling down, it's like everybody around you. Because looking at Miss Margaret, she looks so awesome. You won't even believe the things she's saying, but she believed in her God. She believed that there is a God and that God raised her.
Yes.
You watching us right now, believe. Whatever thing it is you want, believe that God that worked for Miss Margaret, he's going to work for you. Believe and always ask. And like she said, if you need words of encouragement, you need counseling, her number will be on the screen for Danish Designs. You can contact her. Very, very touching. Thank you so much. I believe.
Thank you.
You know, we just wanted to find out where God